572 day of Russian aggression Strait of Ukraine, the situation at the front. Today, significant developments are emerging from the southern front. To begin with, additional details have been disclosed concerning the powerful Ukrainian strike on the Russian Black Sea Fleet. The conflict intelligence team today unveiled leaked images of the Russian submarine named Rostov na Donu, and this revelation has provided further insights. Analyzing the photos, experts have deduced that the submarine was struck by at least 3 missiles. One of these landed directly on top of the vessel, causing catastrophic damage. From this analysis, 2 critical inferences can be drawn. Firstly, considering the simultaneous destruction of the assault landing ship known as Misk, it is plausible that more than 3 missiles successfully bypassed Russian air defense. Secondly, the accuracy of these missiles is undeniably exceptional, indicating their capability to target relatively small entities with remarkable precision. This precision has rekindled discussions among Russian analysts about the security and potential vulnerability of the main Crimean Bridge that connects the peninsula with Russia. Historically, in aerial engagements, Ukrainians have deployed several missiles of the S-200 variant. These missiles, which are modern adaptations of their Soviet counterparts, were intercepted by Russians, and the bridge remained untouched. However, there's a growing sentiment that if the Ukrainians decide to deploy Storm Shadow missiles, the outcome could be distinctly different. Recognizing this potential threat, every time Russian defenses detect Ukrainian Su-24M aircraft in the vicinity, they proceed to shut down the bridge as a precautionary measure. Furthermore, certain Russian analysts are voicing concerns about the unauthorized spread of these revealing images. During the initial days following the attack, photographs of the damaged submarine were not available, primarily because, due to its low profile compared to the assault landing ship, Misk, it remained concealed from views of residential areas. The Russian military apparently intended to mask this severe damage. However, as it transpired, an individual present at the scene of the damage allegedly sold these photos to an agent from Ukrainian Intelligence. Not only did this footage validate the destruction of the intended target, but it also showcased the precision of the Ukrainian strike, paving the way for potential planning of more sophisticated and targeted strikes in the future. Simultaneously, Ukrainian drone strikes on Crimea have been persistent. Today, local inhabitants of the region reported hearing loud explosions in the southern region of Sevastopol, specifically near Cape Fieland, as well as in the vicinity of the Belbek airfield. There were also reports of similar explosions in both Sevastopol and Feodosia just yesterday. Elaborating on the drone operations, the head of Ukrainian Intelligence, Kyrylo Budanov, outlined that these regular drone strikes against Russian territories and those under Russian control serve 3 main objectives. Firstly, the Ukrainians aim to deplete and tire out the Russian air defense systems. Even though the Russians are continually replenishing their defenses, the continuous drone strikes ensure that the Russian defenses can never be at their optimal operational capability. If, due to unforeseen circumstances, there are logistical issues or disruptions in specific areas, then the Russian air defenses could potentially find themselves short of necessary ammunition during a crucial moment. However, it's noteworthy that these drones are not dispatched merely to be intercepted by the defense systems. They always have a genuine military objective, as observed just days ago in Sevastopol. Sometimes these drones target the very air defense systems that seek to shoot them down. The most significant military objective for Ukrainian forces at this juncture is targeting Russian aviation. Over the past month, Ukrainian operations have inflicted considerable damage upon Russian strategic transport aircraft and bombers. As a countermeasure to these losses, the Russians began relocating their key aviation assets and even resorted to placing protective tires on the fuselages of these aircraft. The efficacy of these preventive measures remains to be seen, especially considering that shrapnel from explosions can easily penetrate metallic surfaces. Nevertheless, this newfound protective measure underlines the escalating concerns the Russians have over their aviation losses. Lastly, another key objective of the ongoing drone operations is to target and incapacitate infrastructure that plays a crucial role in supporting Russia's war efforts. A prime example of such a target was the massive Russian oil depot situated in Feodosia. Although numerous drones were intercepted before reaching their intended target, some managed to strike with significant impact. Noteworthy strikes include the recent one on a rocket fuel factory located in the Tver region of Russia and an attack last week on the administrative facility of the largest microelectronics manufacturing plant, a facility that plays a pivotal role in producing contemporary military equipment. the operational activities in and around Crimea remain consistently intense. The last 2 drone launches seem to be indicative of preparations for more significant strikes. Drones from the first strike primarily took off from the north, probably to pinpoint new terrestrial defense locations. The launch point for the second set of drones remains unknown, creating heightened anxiety within Russian media circles. Russian experts speculate that the Ukrainians might plan to first neutralize Russian air defenses in a specific area, then send drones and missiles through the vulnerable gap to strike high-value targets like ammunition storage, aircraft, and naval units.